Looks like Carter gets a chance again.
Important to get a strong start against the Flames tonight.
I think just they check really well. They got a hard-working team. They got a lot of structure. One thing that you can say about the Flames, they're not gonna ease their way into a game. They work hard, and I think they're feeling good. They obviously played a good game in Carolina, and probably getting on the road a little bit. I know sometimes the pressures at home can be a little more daunting than on the road. So, they play a real hard checking game. So you got to match their will.
What do you think Hutton's confidence is right now?
I don't know. That's a question for Carter.
Half a season in, what's impressed you most about Seth Jones?
Just the maturity, the skill level, poise for a young man. I mean, there's still, as I was saying, everybody comes in here, every team asks the same question. There's some nights he's 29 years old, and there's the odd time he's 19, but he's a talent. He's a great skater. He's got a good stick. He's learning to play a more complete game every time out. So, really happy with Seth. We played him a lot of minutes and probably too much. And just like anything, he sort of had a little bit of a dip in his game, and I think he's learning to. As any young player, it starts to figure it out a little bit that those dips won't be as deep, and I think he's getting his confidence is good right now, and he's playing a good role for us. We got the minutes a little bit shaved down for him, and I think he's comfortable with it, and we're comfortable with those minutes for him.
Is there a comparable out there in terms of established NHLers? I know that's a dangerous game sometimes.
Yeah, no, Seth Jones is going to be Seth Jones. I mean, he's probably going to, when it's all said and done, he's probably going to put about another 30 pounds on. So he's probably going to be in that 6'5", 235, really strong skating defenseman who could be a difference maker every night. So that would be my comparable to whoever you can come up with that. And then, on the other hand, we're pretty blessed with some young guys with Ryan Ellis. I think it's going to be a fine young defenseman, probably very similar to maybe a Kimmo Timonen type of player. And then, Shea Weber's having a monster season. I know it doesn't look, you look at the plus minus, which is really deceiving, but he might be having his best year ever as captain and leader of our team and getting no love from anybody. But he's having a monster year. And then Roman Yossi's obviously got it still a little bit under the radar as a real good defenseman. And then Matthias Ekholm is a young guy. So we're a little bit young on the back end. We probably had 1,000 games to start the year on our seven defensemen. And I think Shea and Kleiner probably had 800 of those. So, but they're going to be a real good group, I think, in the future as they grow.
Eric, what's it like from your standpoint developing a young defenseman as opposed to a young forward? When you got Jones at 19 as opposed to...
Yeah. Well, I think with the defenseman, it's just like anything. The further you get away from the goal, the more mistakes you can get away with. And that's what that's why I say, like it's a goaltender, they get the toughest position because they're the last line of defense. They make a mistake, it's in their net. Defensemen, they can get saved by the goalie, and then the forward can get saved by the defense and the goalie. So the further you get away, I think it's a little easier with the forwards. They can make more mistakes and look like they're accomplishing something, but don't mistake activity for achievement. That's what I always say. So, we got a really good young core. Just having to be very young from the goal out.
Well, a little bit different approach this morning in terms of maybe working on the power play.
Yeah, we just want to change things up a little bit from just a regular morning skate. We have a pretty set routine. We want to change the routine a little bit because we haven't had a lot of power plays in the last little while. We haven't had a lot of practices. So we just, lately every game we've had good discipline. Both teams have that we've played that, we're only getting 1 or 2 power plays a game, and it's not enough practice time for a power play. We need our power play to be pretty good, and usually it is pretty decent for us. So we have to, I think with the schedule, the morning skates are going to be a lot of times your practices because last week our schedule was, Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. You know, there's no practice time in between there. So I think we're going to take the morning skate and just focus on one or two things.
I feel like tonight's a must-win game, or at least get points before going out to Philly.
Every game is a must-win for us. We're not in any position to give away points. And, you know, we need to catch up and not fall back.